October 14th, 1066, the coast of England. Two armies face each other on a hill called Senlac. 7,000 Anglo-Saxon warriors under King Harold Godwinson. 8,000 Norman invaders under William the Conqueror. This battle will decide the fate of England. It will last 9 brutal hours. Over 15,000 men will fight with swords, axes, and arrows. And when the sun sets, Harold will be dead, an arrow through his eye, and William will become king. History will be written. But what if it didn't happen that way? What if, on that cold October morning, a 12-man Navy SEAL team materialized on that battlefield? The most elite warriors in the modern world, dropped into the middle of the most important battle of the medieval age. Could 12 men change the course of English history? Welcome to What If War. Today, we're sending the silent professionals back 1,000 years, and nothing will ever be the same. Let's set the scene. It's dawn. October 14th, 1066. The SEAL team appears in a flash of impossible light near the Anglo-Saxon lines. 12 men, each one carrying an HK-416 rifle with suppressor, night vision goggles, body armor, communications gear, grenades, combat knives, sidearms. They have enough ammunition for a sustained firefight, maybe 2,000 rounds total. They're equipped for a modern counter-terrorism operation, not a medieval battle. The team leader, let's call him Chief, immediately assesses the situation. He sees thousands of men in chainmail and helmets. He sees shields, spears, axes, banners flapping in the wind. His first thought, where the hell are we? His second thought, we need intel, fast. The SEALs don't panic. They're trained for chaos, for the impossible. They move to cover, stay low. Observe, one SEAL whispers into his radio. Command, this is Trident 1, do you copy? Static. Nothing. They're alone, completely cut off, and 7,000 medieval warriors are about to go to war right in front of them. Now, who are these SEALs fighting alongside? The Anglo-Saxon army. These are Harold's housecarls, his elite warriors. They fight with two-handed Danish axes that can split a man in half. They wear chainmail, carry kite shields, and form the legendary shield wall, an impenetrable wall of wood and steel. These men are professionals, battle-hardened. They've already fought and defeated a Viking army at Stamford Bridge just 3 weeks ago. They marched 200 miles in 5 days to be here. They're exhausted but determined. Their king, Harold Godwinson, is right there with them, standing in the center of the line. This is their land, their home. They will not break. They will not run. And across the field, the Normans, William the Conqueror's army, 8,000 strong, heavy cavalry, the best in Europe, knights on war horses, lances lowered, ready to charge, Norman archers with powerful composite bows, infantry with swords and spears. They're invaders, but they're not amateurs. They've conquered most of France. They're disciplined, motivated, and they want England. This is not a battle between savages. This is a clash of two professional medieval armies at the peak of their power. So, what advantages do 12 SEALs have that could possibly matter in a battle of 15,000? Let's break it down. First, precision firepower. Each SEAL carries an HK-416, 5.56mm, 30-round magazine, suppressed. Effective range up to 600 meters, against men in chainmail with no concept of gunpowder. One shot from an HK-416 will punch through chainmail, through the body, and out the other side. The suppressor doesn't make the weapon silent, but it reduces the sound signature dramatically. To medieval ears, it might sound like a sharp crack, not the deafening roar of unsuppressed gunfire. The SEALs can kill from a distance where medieval weapons can't even reach them. And they can do it precisely, not volley fire, not spray and pray, aimed, controlled, lethal. Second, night vision and optics. Each SEAL has advanced optics on their rifle, holographic sights, magnified scopes. They can see clearly in conditions where medieval warriors are squinting through helmet slits. And if the battle goes into dusk or darkness, they have night vision goggles. They can see. The enemy can't. It's like fighting blind men. Third, communication and coordination. The SEALs have encrypted radios. They can whisper to each other across the entire battlefield, coordinate ambushes, call targets, shift positions instantly. The medieval armies use horns, shouted orders, and visual signals. Slow, ineffective in the chaos of combat. The SEALs operate as one organism, 12 men with one mind. Fourth, grenades and explosives. Each SEAL carries fragmentation grenades, flashbangs, maybe breaching charges. A single frag grenade thrown into a tight formation of Norman knights, catastrophic. Shrapnel rips through armor, horses panic, men die before they understand what happened. It's not just a weapon, it's psychological terror. And fifth, training and tactics. These are Navy SEALs. They've trained for years. They've operated in deserts, jungles, mountains, urban warfare. They know how to ambush, how to flank, how to exploit weaknesses. They don't fight fair, they fight smart, against an enemy that fights in predictable formations with predictable tactics. The SEALs are a scalpel cutting through bone. Now here's the key question. Who do the SEALs fight for? They materialize near the Anglo-Saxon lines. Chief makes a decision. We help the defenders. Why? Because the Normans are the aggressors, the invaders. And SEALs don't help invaders. Chief approaches King Harold carefully, hands visible. No sudden moves. Harold's guards raise their axes. Chief speaks. We are here to help. We are warriors from a distant land. We fight with you. Harold doesn't understand the language at first, but he understands body language. These strange men in bizarre armor want to fight. And they carry weapons he's never seen. He nods. You fight with us. You stand in the line. Chief shakes his head. No, we don't fight in the line. We fight our way. Harold doesn't like it, but he's desperate. The Normans outnumber him. He needs every advantage. He agrees. The battle begins. The Normans advance. Their archers loose the first volley. Thousands of arrows arc into the sky. The Anglo-Saxon shield wall braces. Arrows slam into shields, into armor, into flesh. Men scream. Some fall. But the line holds. The Norman cavalry charges. Hundreds of knights on horseback thundering up the hill. The ground shakes. It's the most terrifying sight in medieval warfare. The housecarls brace, axes ready, and the SEALs open fire. 12 rifles, suppressed, controlled bursts. Chief targets the Norman commander, a lord on a white horse shouting orders. One shot. The commander falls. His horse stumbles. Chaos ripples through the cavalry charge. Another SEAL targets knights. One shot per target. Knights tumble from their horses. The charge falters. The Normans don't understand. Men are falling, and there's no visible enemy. No arrows, no spears. Just death from nowhere. The cavalry hits the shield wall anyway. The impact is brutal. Axes swing. Horses scream. Men die. But the charge is weaker than it should be. Disorganized. The SEALs shift position. They move to the flanks, staying low, using the terrain. One SEAL throws a frag grenade into a cluster of Norman infantry regrouping for another charge. The grenade explodes. 20 men go down. Shrapnel. Concussive force. Panic. The Normans have never seen or heard anything like it. Some think it's sorcery. Others think God is punishing them. The truth doesn't matter. Fear spreads. The SEALs continue, methodical, efficient. They target officers, bannermen, anyone giving orders. Medieval armies rely on visible leadership. Kill the leaders, and the army loses cohesion. The Normans launch another charge. The SEALs drop back, firing as they retreat, moving and shooting. Suppressing fire to cover the Anglo-Saxon flanks. Every shot is aimed. Every shot kills. The Normans are brave, but bravery doesn't stop bullets. Hours pass. The historical Battle of Hastings was a grinding, brutal affair. Charges, retreats, feigned retreats to lure the Anglo-Saxons off the hill. In our timeline, it's different. The Normans can't organize. Their charges are shredded before they reach full momentum. Their archers are targeted and killed by precision fire from hundreds of meters away. William the Conqueror himself is forced to stay back, protected by his bodyguards because men near him keep falling dead for no visible reason. By mid-afternoon, the Normans are demoralized. They've lost hundreds of knights, their formations are broken, and they still don't understand what's killing them. Some soldiers see the strange warriors in odd armor. They see flashes from their weapons, but they don't understand. How can you fight an enemy you can't comprehend? William makes a final desperate push. He needs to break the Anglo-Saxon line or retreat in disgrace. He orders a full cavalry charge. Every knight, every man, all or nothing. The seals fall back to the Anglo-Saxon center. Chief makes a call. We end this now. They set up a firing line, overlapping fields of fire. The Norman cavalry charges, 800 knights. It's magnificent, suicidal, beautiful. The seals open fire. Full auto, disciplined bursts. Horses collapse, knights are thrown. The front rank disintegrates. The second rank rides into the carnage and goes down. The third rank hesitates. That hesitation is fatal. The Anglo-Saxon shield wall surges forward. Axes rise and fall. The Norman charge breaks, shatters, runs. William sees his army collapsing. He makes a choice. Retreat. Live to fight another day. The Normans flee. The Anglo-Saxons don't pursue. They're too exhausted, too stunned. They've won. Against all odds, they've held. King Harold is alive. England is saved. And 12 men from the future have rewritten history. But what does this mean? What are the consequences of this impossible victory? In the real timeline, William conquers England. He brings Norman culture, Norman law, the French language. England's entire trajectory changes. The English language as we know it is a fusion of Anglo-Saxon and Norman French. Without the Norman conquest, English would be unrecognizable. The political structure of England would be different. No Norman castles, no feudal system imported from France. Harold remains king. His sons inherit. The Anglo-Saxon line continues. But there's more. William doesn't just give up. He retreats to Normandy, regroups, and tries again. Maybe in 1067, maybe 1068, but now Harold knows what's coming, and he has 12 seals advising him. Imagine that. Seals teaching medieval warfare. They can't replicate the technology, but they can teach tactics, ambush tactics, guerrilla warfare, fortification strategies. Harold's army becomes the most advanced fighting force in Europe overnight. Not because of weapons, but because of knowledge. The seals face a dilemma. They're stranded. No extraction, no resupply. Their ammunition is finite. Maybe they have enough for 2 or 3 more major engagements. After that, they're just 12 men with knives and hand-to-hand training. Do they stay? Do they try to find a way home? Chief makes a decision. We stay. We train them. We prepare them for what's coming. The seals become legends. The shadow warriors. Harold's secret weapon. They train a cadre of Anglo-Saxon soldiers in small unit tactics, how to move silently, how to strike and fade, how to use terrain. It's not a modern army, but it's better, smarter, more lethal. When William returns in 1067 with a second invasion force, he's not facing the same army. He's facing an enemy that's learned from the future. His landing is ambushed. His supply lines are raided. His camps are hit at night by silent killers who disappear before reinforcements arrive. William's second invasion fails. He never becomes William the Conqueror. He dies in Normandy, frustrated and defeated. And England? It remains Anglo-Saxon. The culture, the language, the political system, all of it continues unbroken. But the ripples spread further. Without Norman England, the Crusades might be different. The 100 Years' War never happens because the English crown has no claim to French territory. The entire political landscape of Europe shifts, and somewhere in England there's a legend. A story told in taverns and around fires. the tale of 12 warriors who appeared from nowhere, who fought with thunder and lightning, who saved England and vanished into myth. Some say they were angels, others say they were demons. A few wise men whisper they were warriors from a time yet to come, but no one knows for sure, because the SEALs don't take credit, they don't build monuments, they do the job, and then they disappear. But let's ask the hard question. Could 12 SEALs really change the outcome of the Battle of Hastings? Militarily, yes, absolutely. 12 men with modern rifles, proper tactics, and the element of surprise could kill hundreds of enemy soldiers and shatter morale. Medieval armies break when they lose their leaders and don't understand what's happening. The SEALs could provide that chaos. Could they do it without getting killed? That's harder. If the Normans surround them, if they run out of ammo, if they're forced into melee combat, 12 men against thousands, they'd fight. They'd kill dozens more in hand-to-hand. But eventually, they'd be overwhelmed. Their best chance is to stay mobile, stay hidden, strike from range, disappear, classic guerrilla tactics. And that's exactly what SEALs are trained to do. The real question is this: should they? Even if they could change history, should they? The Norman conquest shaped England, shaped the English language, shaped modern Western civilization. Change that, and you change everything. Maybe for better, maybe for worse. You don't know. That's the paradox of time travel warfare. You can win the battle, but can you predict the consequences? Chief would think about that. Late at night, after the battle, sitting by a fire with his team. They changed history, they saved a king, but what world have they created? They'll never know, because they're stuck there. In 1066, with no way home, they'll live out their lives in medieval England, train soldiers, fight battles, grow old in a time that's not their own. And maybe that's the real cost of this victory, not the bullets spent, not the enemies killed, but the lives of 12 men stranded forever in the past. So what do you think? Could a SEAL team really turn the tide at Hastings? Would they side with Harold or William? And what would you do if you were stranded in 1066 with modern weapons and no way home? Let us know in the comments. And if you're fascinated by these impossible scenarios, hit that subscribe button. Because next week we're asking, what if a single AC-130 gunship appeared during the siege of Constantinople? Ancient walls, modern firepower. It's going to be insane. This has been What If War, where history is just one bullet away from changing forever. Stay curious, stay tactical, and remember, the greatest warriors aren't the ones with the best weapons. They're the ones who know when to use them.